I found a little cave I am not very comfortable with. So, I gotta crawl this thing. It's brutal. I'm gonna try to take the camera with me and take some video. I'm bringing this because I don't know if I can fit. I'm very uncomfortable, but it's a cool cave and it dives down the hill. I didn't think it did. It just looks like this hole right here, and it's very flat in there, but it takes off a little bit. And so I'm gonna see if it takes off. If it does take off, and I get down to the bottom, then I will put the camera away and make a map, scan the cave and everything. But while I'm in here, oh man, this is merciless in here. Okay, well I'll show you because it's kind of fun to look at. So you can see that's a nice low cave. It definitely goes up there somewhere. And then you start turning a corner like this, and you just hope it doesn't, because you don't always want to go down the hill. But bleep, 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 bleep. There you go. Down the hill she goes. And I can fit through that, most likely. Most likely, I'll do light and grinder in that hand, and this hand will be my phone and the camera. And it's gonna get tight quite quickly. I think I'll just scooch my stuff along like I like to do. That's usually fine. It doesn't make a very quick adventure, but it's fine. Well, the rock isn't overly rugged, so there's that. It's relatively, it's rough, but it's not spiky. The spiky stuff, the really sharp stuff, will really grab at your clothes, and that makes it very difficult to scooch along. This is actually no problem at all so far. I think it gets tighter, but it looks like above ground it looks like it goes down the hill, and it may open up to something else. This is super easy. It's gonna be no problem. This one looked really tight. It's not bad at all. I have plenty of clearance. It's probably 10 inches of height, which is perfectly fine for me. Like barely, you know, as long as I have the width for it, it's not really even uncomfortable. Sometimes people ask if it's easier using the video because it's a nice distraction, and the answer is no, it is not. It is extremely challenging to use the camera because it's more equipment, and this would just be a lot faster if I was just crawling down it. And if I get real preoccupied, I put the camera away. I don't get it out. I suppose it should be noted that, you know, Jacob and I have just been so busy that we never set out to have a channel or to entertain people. We hope just to have a good time and people feel inspired to go outside. You know, I think we've reached a certain amount of people and proclaimed that philosophy of just getting out there and having a good time. The channel will, you know, I still like making the videos. I like making the movies. I like filming the adventures, but I've moved more into like enjoying making maps of the caves, and that doesn't really lend itself to video very well. So if we go on big adventures, you know, we'll produce a nice big cool video that's real long and everything, fully edited, but it won't come very often. I mean, we're talking like maybe twice a year instead of twice a month. I'm just looking at my cave here. Continues to dive there. I just can't see where it goes, which is pretty cool. So it's not, I don't think people care as much as I care, but we're just not doing a whole lot. Jacob is, you know, got his friends and likes to hang out with them, and we do other activities. So this is not really our life. I don't like that knuckle. I'm gonna take it off right now. Great angle, I know. Great angle. But it's the one knuckle that looked like it would bother me. It doesn't really bother me, but I can also take it off. I don't always bring the grinder, but I like to bring a hammer because I get in these situations where I'm so thankful. Now this is a situation where I can't turn around, so if I get to where I can't go further, I gotta just go straight back this, and you can't ever tell the grade, but it is downhill. All the weight's on my lower body. Blood drains into my head. Not catastrophically, but they're certainly more comfortable situations to be in than this if you have to go backwards. But it's spacious enough where I'm not really worried about it too much. I mean, I don't want it to happen, but I know that I can get out of this, otherwise I wouldn't have dove down it. I go about 10 feet to see, and if it looks comfortable, then I go a little bit further. You know, we evaluate as we go. I'll take another look down the hill. Excellent. That tube just keeps going. And it levels out a little bit here. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. I got my headlamp here not turned on, but I brought that in case my big light goes out. I don't want to get stuck down here without a light at all. I need a little light sometimes. I could do it in the dark, but why? 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 I think this is wide enough where I can turn around here. Boy, these get long, man. Is this my turnaround spot? Cool, I could turn around there, no problem. There's a turnaround spot for me. This is gonna go down the hill. From the outside, it looks like maybe it opens back up. A little acid reflux there. Maybe it opens back up, and I wanna get to that point. I should be able to see that from up here. See here, I could turn around. It's quite a bit wider. Oh, this cave is merciless. Well, I don't want to call it a cave yet. It's a tube. They become caves sometimes. I like cave, you know, something you can walk around in. It does go down there, but it gets low. So I'll take you with me. I'm gonna leave the hammer because I don't need it. And I'm gonna just take these two things. The hammer was just because I was scared. Don't be scared. But I was scared. I was concerned that I might need it. Here, I'll go a little quicker. I can really move quick if I don't have equipment, but I do have equipment, don't I? Well, I'm thankful that the lava isn't, well, isn't that a thing? Well, I think it looked like leaves, but what it is lava, shiny lava that has little plants growing on it. So it looks like this. Looks like leaf veins. It looked like a solidified leaf that got caught in the lava, you know, 10,000 years ago, but I don't think that's what it is. I will touch it to make sure. And it's just little roots that are on the shiny lava. Looks pretty cool though. Little roots. This is a shallow cave still. We're not diving too deep, so roots come down through the cracks. Let's see. Well, it does widen, but it gets flat, like half the height of this, so I may just turn around. But I'm gonna get down here and take a little scan. Oh, have mercy. Okay, good. Now, it really gets pretty big down here. You could tell that from the surface, but I just didn't know if it would gain height or not. Does it? No, but it's completely crawlable. Well, I'm gonna get into that room and then, yeah, it's a good sized cave. Who knows how far it goes? Could go hundreds of feet. This isn't one that you'd want to like kick out and try to like do your best exploration while you're by yourself, but I can get a preliminary map and make note of it. It's not always likely that no one's ever seen it, but once I get this far in it, there's really not that many people that want to go through this kind of cave or even consider it a cave. So even though it may not be beautiful by anyone's standards, it does mean that I can have the cave. Like, I can map it and name it because nobody else is going to bother. I'm going to turn you off because this is flat right here, and I can, if something cool happens, I'll turn it back on. Otherwise, I'm going to make a sketch, and if I do that, then I'll post that with this video.
This is just an atrocity. I gotta walk across this? Quarter cave's out there somewhere. Come on, man. Just walking the edge of the flow here. There's a lot of, it's where the edge of the flow hits the tree line. There's a lot of this messy stuff that looks like pits, and it's all a little bit erosional. This one just looked a little better because you could shine a light in there and you could see that, well, anyways, I don't know if these caves are known or not. I just don't have any points in this area, but there's a lot of pseudo erosional stuff that's just like at 6 inches high. But I came in here and this one is 5 feet high, and there's a way out over there I just noticed. I haven't really looked in here yet. Yeah, it goes that way. It doesn't seem very long. I'm down the line from Babbling Brook, but there you go. Boy, it's cold in here. Crisp and cool. Where I'm at, I can essentially stand up. It's 5 feet. There's another entrance right there, so I'll go mark that. But that's 6 feet right there. Nice. I will crawl a little ways up there, and then I'll scan this main area just for fun to get us started, if it's not already known. I'll look for footprints, although I guess if it's wet, that would not be, they wouldn't stay very long. There's a lot of them like this, but again, just like tree casts that go to some small system. Okay, this one's gonna go a ways. So I don't know if this is known or not, but it's probably the next erosional down the line from Babbling Brook. Where am I at? Okay, yeah, look at this. Not quite, yeah, it's pretty close. But it's over 5 feet, and it's that way for a ways back there. I'll, do this, and then turn the light the other way just so maybe I can make a composite. But it's still pretty cool. Today is one of those days where I'm looking for some big caves, but I kept finding these small ones that were worth crawling through, so that's what I did. I'm in the fire zone now. And you can actually see this fire from the satellite, so it's not new. But there are some big caves back here. Anyways, I just kept finding stuff to crawl through, so I ended up destroying my clothes. I came out and it was raining, so I got all this ripped up gear. But joke's on you, rain, I'm into that. I brought rain gear. Look at this guy. All kinds of cool stuff like this. There's a lot of pits like this that do have little caves underneath, and I'm just tired. I just have to commit to trying to find something bigger. Rain stopped for a second. But I'm pretty happy about bringing my rain gear, and I was able to spring that. I made a poncho and I have a raincoat, and it all works pretty good. I don't actually think this is a big cave or anything, but we'll show you. This is a big sink, and this might be Western U. I'm in that area, but this guy there's gonna at least be a big shelter. I mean, it's good size. I'm excited to look. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's just a shelter, but it's it's still got 100 feet just because it's so big. There'd be bats in here. Well, somebody ought to crawl down in there and find out, because this is a big sink. I gotta
bring all my gear in anyways, because if I take it off, it'll get wet. I'm gonna crawl down in there. That hole. Bats should be awake, but there is some reports of them still awake or still hibernating, which is just ridiculous. Yeah, this is just a big, huge shelter, but really neat. Question mark cave. It's the most hospitable entrance. You can just walk in the entrance, and I think it's just about 30 feet, shaped like a J or a question mark. I'll find out.
This is the part of the video where we thank you for watching, and I guess that's about it. We don't really care if you like or subscribe. We're not really worried about that. Jacob and I are just down here having a good time. We want you to know there are more videos on the way.
This video, however, does not have any sponsors, but we would like to thank these companies for sending us free stuff.
Bing! I'm going to put their logo right in front of your head.
Yeah.
Just like
for the rest of the video.
It's not an ad, it's a thank you. The fan's nice.
The fan is
nice. It's like this, and you unfold it and it extends like 6 feet high. The whole bottom's a battery and a light, so you can use it for camping, and it blows quite strongly. Well. We meet again. Actually, that's pretty cool like that. Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful hike. I don't sign off enough. I don't say goodbye. I'm just really, well, it's fine. Taking good video is not my current priority. I really try to focus on what I'm doing, looking for new caves and mapping and stuff like that. This is quite pretty. So I've been doing that and just not worried about too much, but I want to continue to put out video and remember to, sign off to some degree. So I'm going to stop and take some pictures here. It's pretty. I will see you guys on the ground.
5 minutes after I got off the mountain, we got this deluge, and it is wet, and wow. I mean, I didn't mind the sprinkling, but this would have been a disaster. Get off the mountain just in time. Yeah.